This might be the most disgusting thing I've ever cleaned, and if you've followed me for a while, you know that I've cleaned some pretty filthy stuff in my time. I saw how unbelievably rank this was when we moved in, and I even bought a new toilet seat at the time to change it. But time just flies and I didn't get around to it. I've been cleaning around these little caps, but today it's got to change. This is part 2 of a top to bottom bathroom clean that I'm doing ahead of a landlord inspection that we have coming up. To be honest, I don't expect to have any problems with the inspection, considering that we moved into a place that was dirty with a lot of landlord specials, but I needed this motivation to finally get these things done. Now be glad you only had to see 30 seconds of that. I spent a very long time cleaning that section of the toilet with pipe cleaners and different products. I left the Zoflora to soak so that it did a full disinfect, and I feel a lot more confident now that we're not harbouring all of that bacteria. And then the rest of the toilet is getting its normal clean. Some people use cloths for their toilet, blue for the loo, and disinfect them afterwards. I'll be honest, most of the time I just use toilet paper or a sponge that is already going to get thrown in the bin because I just find that too disgusting. I know it's a little bit wasteful, but I try and make up for it in other ways that I save resources cleaning. Okay, so now that we're happy that the toilet is spick and span, I brought the kettle upstairs so that I can clean the brush and the brush holder. Little word of warning here, make sure that when you're pouring boiling hot water into something that conducts heat that you're wearing thicker gloves than I was, because I really did burn myself cleaning the holder. But now it's finally time to install the toilet seat that I bought months ago. We're ignoring the part of the process where the little rubber jackets for screwing in the fixtures actually were too wide for the holes in the toilet, so I had to buy some on Amazon that arrived the next day, so that's why it looks very wobbly. But let's just pretend it went on perfect and we were all happy. I am so glad that is done, and now the old toilet seat and everything I used to clean that area is going directly into a bin bag, and the bath needs a good thorough clean after housing all of that for the last hour or so. But what I'm doing first is getting my little scraper to get rid of some of the paint splatters on the bath that have then consequently gone mouldy, so it always looks like I haven't cleaned the bath, but it's actually just where it's stained on the paint. Anyway, I did get some of it off, but then I freaked out that I was going to scratch the bath, so I think next time I need to use some white spirit or something and do it properly. And that was the last of the really tough jobs that I had to do in this bathroom. Gave it all a thorough scrub. I used the Flora Power Bathroom again to make sure that I was properly disinfecting the bath after all the fucking horrible things that had been in there. And let me just take this opportunity to reiterate once again that if you feel like you've let something go in your house and it needs a deep clean, you can see from my different outfits and various states of unkemptness that I did this across several sessions. You do not have to do a thorough deep clean like this all in one go. Focus on the things that matter. Do something like this when you have the energy and the motivation. I'm finding now that the sun's coming out and it's getting warmer, it's making a huge difference to how much I'm able to do. For all my seasonal affective girlies, I think spring cleaning is going to be pretty good for us, but don't feel the pressure and don't feel like you need to live in a show home. Anyway, running out of time. To finish up the clean, I'm using disinfectant with my Dyson Wash G1 on the floors, putting down a clean bath mat and topping up my refillable hand wash, and it's on to the next deep clean. For now, take care of yourselves and I'll see you next time.